Hey guys, I'm Vanya.
I'm Lisa.
We work in the product development team here at BH, and we're here to show you 5 easy steps to a flawless face using some of our favorite products.
So before we begin, we already have our foundation and concealer on using our Naturally Flawless Foundation and Total Coverage Concealer.
So step 1, we're going to apply our newly launched Under Eye Brightening Powder underneath the eyes to set our concealer. I'm going to be using a damp sponge because that's just what I prefer with this type of powder. And I'm gonna take it and really pack it on underneath the eyes for more of a baking technique. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna give your under eyes a really nice seamless finish. And this powder is great because it has a bit of a yellow tint, so it's gonna really brighten your under eyes, which I'm really into. And I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes and then I'm gonna dust it off.
So while Vanya bakes her face, I am going to go in with a brush using our fan brush number 2. Gonna dip my brush into the powder, tap off the excess, and lightly put it under my eyes and then dust it off. I'm using a brush because I want a more natural finish, and Vanya's using a damp sponge because she wants a more
full-on caked-on glam. While my under eyes are baking, I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face using our new translucent setting powder. And I'm going in with our Poolside Chic number 1 powder brush. And I'm gonna focus on my T-zone because that's where I tend to get the most oily. But this powder is amazing because it's so finely milled. It doesn't really look like you're putting any powder on, it just kind of sinks into the skin really nicely. And I'm just gonna apply this on, like I said, my T-zone and just like any areas where I would like to set my makeup and make sure it stays in place.
So I'm gonna go in with our fan brush number 1 and I'm gonna dip into the powder. I love this powder because it's ultra fine and it applies effortlessly across your face. So I'm just gonna do it like so. And it has a blurring effect, so it really helps to set your makeup and blur any imperfections.
So step 3, we're going to apply bronzer now. So I'm going to take the number 2 brush from the Crystal Quartz brush set, and I'm going in with the shade Cocoa in the Run Wild by Tina Young palette. And I'm just gonna apply this to the areas of my face where the sun naturally hits. So starting at my temples, kind of just packing that on. Grab a little more. And then right into my cheekbones. And then right underneath the jawline.
So I'm gonna go in with the same bronzer using our fan brush number 3. I'm gonna apply, I'm actually not gonna be applying a lot because I want to have a more natural look. So I'm gonna tap off the excess and sort of create a little shadow effect down from underneath my cheekbone.
Now it's time for blush. I'm going to apply the shade, I'll go in with Daydream from the same palette, the Tina Young palette, with a number 2 brush from the It's My Ray Ray brush set. And I'm just going to apply this to the apples of my cheeks to kind of give me a little bit more color and life to my skin. And just kind of sweep it into the bronzer, and it helps make it look a little bit more natural.
I'm gonna go back with our fan brush number 2. The great thing about these brushes is that they're very versatile, so you can use them for a lot of different products. And I actually like using this for blush because it gives like that perfect, I guess, curve on your cheekbone. So I'm gonna go in with the same palette. I'm gonna use Flaunt It. I'm gonna just sweep it across my face, and as you can see, just blend it out.
It's so pretty.
And it gives that perfect amount of blush and a very natural finish.
So before moving on to step 5, I'm gonna go ahead and dust off that excess powder that I had underneath my eyes. And now my under eyes are nice and smooth, and I can move on to highlighting. So I'm gonna take the number 3 brush from the Highlighting Essentials brush set, and I'm gonna take the shade Starlit from the same palette. Get some on the brush, tap off the excess, and apply this to the high points of my face, so right along the tops of my cheekbones. This is my favorite step. Just Just going along the temple, down the cheekbone.
So I'm going for a more natural look, and I'm gonna try to have a more diffused highlighting look on my face. So I'm gonna go in with our fan brush number 5. I'm gonna dip it in lightly to our Luna shade in our Tina Young palette, and sort of go along the top of our temples and blend it out. And I'm gonna stretch it all the way to the side of my head. What is this called? Temple?
Temple.
And then I'm gonna go in and highlight the tip of my nose and my bridge. And then I'm gonna go in and finish off on our cupid's bow and our chin.
Cute. There you have it. 5 easy steps to a flawless face. Thanks, guys.
Be heard.
Be heard.